Let's get a quick take on CU Boulder transitioning one of its residence halls into a social justice living environment, specifically creating 3 living learning communities addressing the needs of students who identify as Black or LGBTQIA or who are interested in multicultural issues. Patty Calhoun from Westward, we've had a lot of fun with CU Boulder over the years. This is something where they kind of damn if they do, damn if they don't. But this latest release of what they want to do, what are your thoughts?
Is it 1973 again? Because certainly when I was at Cornell, that's what they did. They created dorms like that, although I don't remember that they did one for gender issues, but certainly Black, multicultural issues. You know, I think things that make, for college kids that work out, you don't necessarily have to do it just for ethnic issues or gender issues. Having affinity groups in certain dorms, I don't think it's a bad idea.
David Kopel from the Independence Institute and DU Law School, where are you on this one?
It's obviously illegal if we followed our Colorado Constitution, Article 9, Section 8 from our 1876 Constitution, which was far more progressive and non-racist than the current CU leadership, says that in public institutions of education, nor shall any distinction or classification of pupils be made on account of race or color, period. They're creating a segregated dorm. It violates our Constitution, it violates the point of America, it violates the point of a university, which is diversity, where you live and interact with people who are different from you. And they want to put these people in a monoculture. You can argue for or against the idea, but our Constitution provides the conclusive legal answer on CU's racist segregation policy.
Eric Sodom, political analyst. You don't have to quote the Colorado Constitution from 1876 in your analysis, but I know CU walks that fine line of not doing enough to foster diversity. We've had some other racist problems up at CU that we've talked about. But then also something like this, I'm not sure if it goes too far or not. What do you think?
I mean, Boulder has its issues, and more perhaps the city even than the university. But I mean, this one took me by surprise. Am I right? This is the university headed by Bruce Benson with a Republican-dominated Board of Regents. So we're now going to take Hallett Hall, which is the hall there in question here, turn it, I don't know what they're going to call it, Snowflake Hall or something like that. Personally, I think it is a brilliant idea, and I'd like to do it around this table. I think we need affinity groups around this table because every once in a while, David, Patty, Penn, somebody will say something with which I disagree. It makes me profoundly uncomfortable. And it threatens my well-being. I feel like I need to, go to, there should be a trigger warning perhaps on David before he talks on occasion. Who needs diversity around this table? Who needs diversity on college campuses, particularly diversity of opinion and different points of view? I think it is a great idea, and let's start here.
Well, Penn Tate, attorney at QTAC Rock, and also a longtime state lawmaker, we count on you to wrap it up for us. What are your thoughts? I mean, you're very familiar with the town of Boulder and everything the CU does. Is this the right move? Does it deserve what it's been, how it's been analyzed so far?
Well, first I would say to our viewers hearing Eric's plea for therapeutic intervention, they should email you at the station. Boulder and CU in particular has had racial issues that date back to the 50s, quite frankly. So it's been something CU has struggled with for years. What I find more interesting will be the student response to this action, because as I've read about it, my sense is that students are expressing a desire to be in a safer, more inclusive environment where they feel comfortable. So I disagree with David's sort of constitutional bent. I don't think the university is corralling people and say, all of y'all go over here. I think it's students self-selecting to be there if they so choose. What I'm interested to see is if it catches on with students, or if the university is trying to respond to something that's not really an issue.